Now, even my fridge water is over 200 total dissolvable solids. That's not good enough. I need cleaner water. So I'm going to call my friend Jimmy. Oh yes, I still don't have a friend called Jimmy. My water, it's full of dissolvable solids. So what this means is I live in a hard water area and I wanted to find out how hard my water is. Are we talking Billy Butcher from The Boys hard? Because that would be pretty hard. So I bought myself a total dissolvable solids tester to see exactly how many total dissolvable solids I have in my tap water. But not only that, I actually have a fridge that has a filter and you can get water through it. So I wanted to test how much cleaner my tap water is through my fridge. So I've got my tap water and I've got my tester and it's reading the total dissolvable solids as 283. Now, in terms of taste, this is just what water tastes like to me. Now, comparing it to bottled water, yes, there might be a slightly more chemically or chalky taste than bottled water, but overall, water is water, very minimal taste, and there's not too much more to say about it. And now for the tap water. So this is filtered. It also has a UV light to get rid of bacteria and viruses, and it's of course slightly chilled. So let's do a test to see how many total dissolvable solids this one has. So this is reading at 233, 235. And in terms of taste, this does taste a little bit cleaner to me because obviously it does have less total dissolvable solids because it is filtered, but also when water's chilled, it just tastes more crisp and a little bit cleaner. Now, even my fridge water is over 200 total dissolvable solids. That's not good enough. I need cleaner water. So I'm going to call my friend Jimmy. Oh yes, I still don't have a friend called Jimmy. Actually, on second thought, I don't even have any friends. Luckily for me, the company Jimmy sells a reverse osmosis machine. Now this machine you fill up with just your tap water in this massive container. It then passes it through 3 different filters. The first filter will filter out all the big stuff. The second filter filters out all the small stuff. And the third filter then puts back in some good nutrients. And the filters are super easy to remove and replace. All you need to do is twist and lift. That's it. And then to replace it, just push it down and twist it to have the lock symbol. After it passes through all these filters, it then is held in this container here. And this has the pure water. Inside it even has a UV light, and on the outside it also has a UV light at the bottom. Not only that, you can select the exact milliliters of water that you want to have dispersed. It also has different temperatures for different drinks, from baby bottle formula all the way to a nice cup of tea. And all you need to do is select how many mils you want, what temperature you want, and then you push down on this little lever here and it will give you the exact measurement in that exact temperature. Well, in my testing, the measurements do really good. If it says 500 mils, it's pretty much going to give you around about 500 mils every time. For the temperature though, that is a little bit hit or miss. It's usually a little bit cooler than it says it's going to be. So if it says it's going to be 90 degrees centigrade, it's most likely going to be more like 80. Now let's test the water from the R9 Pro from Jimmy. So it actually has a reading on the device and it reads at 6 TDS. Now I've got my tester to see what this says. And this is reading at around 30, 31, 32. So it says 32 now, if I quickly just show the camera. So yes, that's a lot more than 6, but it's a lot less than 200 or nearly 300 that I'm getting from the tap. Now, in terms of taste, I've had a load of people test this out to see what they thought, and 2 camps emerge. One camp actually likes the taste because it tastes super flat, super clean, really, really minimal. Where the other camp doesn't like it because it tastes super flat, super clean, and just not much flavor at all and tastes weird because of that. Now, I lean more towards the camp that it tastes a little bit weird because of how flat it tastes and it has no flavor. And I do find myself using the fridge water more for drinking than the R9 Pro. So if we say that taste can be a little bit of a con to some people, some other cons I want to mention is it takes up a fair bit of room. And if you're my wife, you don't like that. I actually think it looks quite stylish and it's not too bad, but some people might disagree. So I'd love to know what you think. Is this a little bit too big and garish for your kitchen? And of course, there's the cost. So this costs about £460 on Amazon right now. There is some discount codes coming, so do check the description down below to save a little bit of money. So around that £450, £500 mark, and then you have to pay for the filters on top of that. But the filters every 12 months or 2 years. So it's actually not too bad with filters because they last quite a long time. But in terms of just the total cost, it's a little bit spenny for water. Now let's stop with all the negativity. Let's talk about some pros. I found this amazing for teas and coffees because it enhances the flavor of the tea and coffee because it has no other flavor hindering those notes. So I have teas purely from this machine now because it does hot water. It's super easy. I put my mug in with a tea bag, 200 mils, hot water at the hottest, tap the button, done. Tea made, easy. And I also have a coffee machine which I run this water through just because I live in a hard water area. It's a nightmare with coffee machines because of limescale. Because this is purer water, a lot less limescale, so a lot less cleaning and better coffees, and the machine obviously will last a lot longer because of it. Also, another pro that I found is I use ice cubes, especially with this heat wave, and ice cubes are so much better. With a hard water area, you always have this chalkiness that's left over after the ice has melted. With these ice cubes, nothing is left over, and there's no added taste because of the ice cube. It purely just cools down the drink, and it does a phenomenal job. So I love it for ice cubes, coffees, teas, hot water in general. And yeah, the only drawback is just for pure water on its own, room temperature water. I don't love it. Now it does have a cooling water function, but when I've tested this, it doesn't really change the temperature by anything measurable. So for my cold water, what I'll literally do is take the jug, the container, and put that in the fridge. And because I have a spare one that came in my kit, I can just use those and rotate it with cold water from the fridge. So my final thoughts, if you're a coffee enthusiast, you might want to pick this up just because it will make your machine last longer and also your coffees taste better. If you're someone that's purely just using this who lives in an already soft water area, I don't think you're going to get too much out of this machine. But if you live in a hard water area and you're sick and tired of that chalky taste or having like ice cubes have chalk left over, things like that, you might want to look into this because it's not too bad over the span of a year if you break down the price. And I have to say it does work and it does give you really clean water. But I'd love to know what you guys think of this machine down below in the comments. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Would you get one? Would you not? And if you are looking to get one, do check the description down below because I will link to the cheapest places to pick one up and I will include discount codes if I have them. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and share this video. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you guys next time.